Welcome to Keiser Voices, the story of success, brought to you by Keiser University Graduate School, here where the academic world meets personal triumph. Join us today as we dive into the captivating tales of success.
Welcome back to another episode of Keiser Voices. We are continuing our conversation about online education, and joining us today is Dr. Marwa Elmasry. Most of you will remember her from previous episodes. She's the Dean of Academic Affairs for the Online Division. Dr. Elmasry, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure.
So today we really kind of want to talk about, I think, how we truly define online education. We see it as that flexibility about learning on your terms and what the flexibility is with online education. How does online education help students balance work life? Let me start that over. How does online education help students balance work, life, and their studies without losing or compromising quality?
This is a great question. I mean, as a Dean of Academic Affairs, and even before becoming a Dean, I'm also a medical doctor. I deeply appreciate the importance of balancing life, work, and education to support physical and mental health. Online education provides the flexibility needed for students to integrate their studies into their busy lives without neglecting the important aspects of self-care and well-being. Students can manage their time and maintain healthy routines just by removing the stress of commuting and rigid schedules. This is not possible with face-to-face or traditional because of the set schedules for classes. This balance is essential for preventing burnout and fostering a long-term academic success for the students. In addition, our online programs are designed to deliver the same high-quality education as the ones found in traditional face-to-face programs, ensuring that our students can achieve their academic goals while thriving in their professional and personal lives.
Where does technology come into play with enhancing the online learning experience today? Because I think when we think online education, we think technology. Like, obviously, you have to know how to use a computer.
Of
But
course. And there's more to technology than just knowing how to use a computer. Technology today is actually the core and backbone of online education. It enables dynamic and personalized learning experiences for the students. We have a lot of advanced tools that we use on a daily basis, such as learning management systems, video conferencing examples, Kaltura, Teams, and Zoom. We also have virtual reality simulators, virtual labs, adaptive learning platforms. All these provide interactive environments that mimic and sometimes surpass the traditional classroom environment. We also use data analytics, which drive insights and help instructors to track student progress and tailor their teaching methods and advising techniques to individual needs. Additionally, mobile apps and cloud-based resources, all these make students have accessibility to learning anytime, anywhere, and ensure that our students remain engaged, connected, and supported throughout their academic journey. And this is just a small synopsis of how technology is helping us help our students in online education.
no, it's interesting that you talked about the technology in that way. And I know, like you said, it's just a snapshot. But how do you think the flexibility of online education impacts student success and thus retention?
The flexibility is the cornerstone of online education, and it's what set us apart or set online education apart from face-to-face. It contributes to student success and retention by removing a lot of traditional roadblocks that students will have in a face-to-face environment. Some students will not even be able to go back to school due to commitments related to their personal or professional lives if they cannot have access to online education. There's a seamless integration of education into their daily lives, if they are full-time employees, if they are military personnel or parents, by enabling learners to study anytime, anywhere, when they can and where they can. Flexibility reduces the stress associated with rigid schedules, increase their ability to persist in their studies for them to be able to complete their programs and graduates. It's also known that institutions that offer flexible options for learning to their students will see higher retention rates as students are more likely to stay on track despite life challenges and commitments.
I think the biggest challenge I hear about from students on my end is they're concerned when they come in. First is always technology, right? Do I need to know
Right.
more than just basic use of the computer? And then it turns into, well, how do I balance all of this? How do I manage all of this? How can
Right.
students effectively manage their time and responsibilities and still be successful in pursuing an online degree?
Time management is essential for students whether they are face-to-face or online. Um, I guess in person is a little bit better when it comes to time management because they are committed to stay in class for a certain number of hours. But if they cannot manage their time at home, the outcome will be the same. They will not be successful. This is why we always advise our students. We provide a lot of orientation to our students before they start their classes. Also, while they are in classes, we provide a lot of advising and follow-up. But a lot of our advising will be about setting clear goals, making sure that they create weekly schedules for their studies, dedicate specific times. They also can use digital tools like, for example, calendar apps and task management apps to help them organize tasks, and they can also track deadlines in that manner. It's also important for them to establish a dedicated work or at that, like in this case, study space to minimize distractions. So they have to treat this as a face-to-face environment where they will have their own time, or they will establish time for them to be able to study. They will establish a space that is free of distraction for them to be able to study. One important aspect, a very important aspect, I would say, is to stay in communication with their instructors and academic advisors. This can help them stay proactive and find solutions to any obstacles they may encounter online.
So, how is it that Kaiser University can support professionals looking to continue their education while working full time?
Keiser University is deeply committed to supporting working professionals by offering flexible class schedules through online formats, career-focused programs that target and are geared to trending and on-demand careers. We also have personalized student services. We offer one class at a time to our students. This allows them to be able to concentrate on one subject without feeling overwhelmed. Our class sizes are small. This ensures personalized attention by faculty. We also have a great a group of faculty members that are dedicated. They are practitioners, they are experienced, they provide mentorship and tailored guidance to their students. Additionally, Kaiser University's accreditation, whether it's regional or programmatic accreditation, reinforce the quality and credibility of the programs, giving students confidence that they are receiving the quality and the rigorous academic and professional standard based on rigorous academic and professional standards. The online platform also offers 24/7 access to resources such as course materials, virtual libraries, academic support centers, and technical support that help our students and support our students to succeed and to graduate.
I want to go back and I want to ask you about something because based on what you just said about focusing on helping the students to graduate, it's very important. Retention is very important online because it's not like you can pull me out of class. You gotta track me down. The phone becomes your lifeline. The text messaging, emails, that all becomes our lifeline when working with online students. Now,
Right.
you in the past year have had the opportunity to present in Egypt on using technology to help with retention. And we had the vice chancellor of the online division on here this month as well, who also kind of touched a little bit on what the faculty and the deans use here for the online division to help look at student success and retention. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Of course, and yes, I mean, it was a pleasure, of course, presenting in Egypt in a conference there. I'm originally from Egypt, so it was really nice to go back home and present there. And it was mainly on the importance of using data analytics, specifically learning analytics, to assess the progress of students. This is a very important tool, and it does not replace faculty insight or experience, for example, but it's a very important tool that can assist instructors and advisors to monitor their student academic progress and behavioral patterns in class, and be able to advise them based on data-driven facts, not necessarily just based on whether the student is attending class or not. We do have students who may be attending their courses, but they are not progressing well in their courses. They are not scoring good grades. Maybe they need mentorship. Maybe they need tutoring. Maybe they need a break from their class at that point. So it's important to have this kind of data-driven tools that help us guide our students better.
That's amazing that you guys are using technology. You're not making it too technology advanced for the students that are coming in to learn, because we know that, most students that we are seeing at the online division are non-traditional. They're later in life, they're working full time, like you mentioned, they have families, they have work, maybe they have children. And so finding that time and place. So using all these tools to help ensure they're successful is amazing. That opportunity to actually properly use technology, because I think we just recently talked about the misuse of technology. It happens, but this is an applicable way.
Right. And technology is there, but it depends on how to use it. If we're using it, I would say in a smart way, and in a way that will benefit us and our students to help support our stakeholders, our students, our faculty, because we also use technology to help our faculty, not just our students. So this is a very important tool, especially for online, and even now for in-person and face-to-face traditional schools. They try to still implement tools like data analytics or a hybrid component in their classes, where they can have some virtual labs or virtual simulators that can help their students progress in their academic journey.
Amazing. Well, thank you, Dr. Elmasry, for joining us today and having this conversation with us about online education and its flexibility and learning on your own terms. We appreciate having you back here on the podcast.
Thank you so much for having me, and happy holidays to everybody.
Amazing. If you guys enjoyed this conversation, if you've enjoyed all of our conversation this month on online education, please be sure to like, share, subscribe, and follow us here at Keiser Voices Podcast. We'll catch you next time.
Thank you for journeying with us today on Keiser Voices, the story of success. As we close this chapter, remember, every story has its next page.